welcome to the Library Show. I'm Holly Browning, and we have a great show for you today to wrap up our year of 2021. We will be talking the Kiwanis Club with Library Director, Miss Julie McClellan. Miss Connie will be here with a great holiday-themed story time. And up first, I'm excited to announce I have a wonderful guest that is a local author and illustrator, Miss Beth Gully.
Hi.
Thanks for being on the show, Beth.
Well, thank you so much for inviting me.
Absolutely.
It's always a treat to chat with you.
Now, not only is Beth an internationally recognized author and illustrator, but she also has a talent associated with her work that nationally it's under 100 people are known for, correct?
Internationally.
Internationally. That is amazing. I know. Well, you know what? We want to hear about this. Tell us a little bit about this.
Well, sure. Well, a lot of people don't know what an ambergram is because they just haven't heard of it. There's just not enough people doing it.
Right.
But it's when you can take a word or a picture and flip it upside down or invert it, and it says something different. Sometimes it says the same thing. But it's definitely what I call an aha moment. Yeah. So, and I've just found that it's a gift that God's given me, and so I just take it and use it to, to spread the message, the gospel, and then also just to encourage children to learn a new kind of art so that we can have more artists with this talent, as we go on. So
yeah. So tell us, how did you stumble upon this awesome talent?
Well, I'm a graphic designer.
Okay.
And so every year I would design my own Christmas card. It was like something that I did for me and not for a client.
Okay.
And this one particular year I was designing, I decided I would write Happy Holidays real pretty and make it look like a snowflake. And when I came back from lunch, it had fallen on the floor. And when I picked it up, I could see how the one word upside down looked like the other word. And that's when I realized that there was something there. And it was another month or two before I found out that it actually had a name and that there were other people that were doing this.
Wow, that is really incredible. And you just kind of ran with it.
Yes, it just happened. There was an article in a magazine about another famous ambergram designer, and that's when I found out it had a name, and I connected with him, and he and I continue to stay in contact. And he's gone on to do the Da Vinci Code ambergrams and has gotten quite a bit of fame over what he does.
That's incredible.
He's helping to bring attention to the art form.
Yeah, that would be one of those things that you call like a God moment, where you just don't know how it was just on the floor, and then wow.
Yes,
that's
and
incredible.
you also have to be open-minded to be able to see something else in it.
Yeah.
And I think when we allow our creative minds to relax and not be so stuck, we can see things. The eye will allow us to explore what's there.
Right. You don't always have to see the same things and kind of be open. Right. I like that.
Right.
So, Beth, at what point in your life did you decide to step out and create and design your own book?
Well, designing or creating a book was never on my bucket list. My sister was, the one that went into journalism and all that. I was just an artist, but because of this ambergram that I had created 2 years after I did the Happy Holidays, I did Santa one way and Jesus the other way. Right. And that's what ended up inspiring the book. And a friend of mine came to me. She ended up being later my editor, but she came to me and she said, "Beth, I just think there's so much more that you can do with this art. And do you want to see what it looks like?"
Yes, we would love to.
It's so it started out a picture of Santa.
Okay, I see
it.
And
then when you flip it over, it becomes
oh my gosh, that is so neat. I mean, yes.
And so, I had done things for mission trips and things like that to help fund events and all that. But she just felt like there should be more. And she said she loves children's books. Why don't you create a children's book? And I remember thinking, that's crazy. How would that work? So we're in a restaurant. I grabbed a napkin. I sketched a hillside with Santa flying overhead. Two lines, a hillside and an arc in the sky. And when I flipped it upside down, I could visualize Mary and Joseph traveling to Bethlehem. So I call that like the skeleton of the picture. And then I said, well, that's pretty cool, but I can't make a book with one picture.
Right.
So I grabbed another napkin and I drew the 3 stockings on the mantle. And when I flipped that over, I could see the shepherds in the manger, even
Wow.
with the baby Jesus here in the corner.
Yeah.
And when I had done the 2 pictures in under 2 minutes, I knew God had a book to make. And
Right.
so I accepted that challenge, and this is what happened.
Right, right. So what is the title of the Christmas book?
So it's called The Other Side of Christmas.
Okay. All right.
And then I had people asking me about if I wanted to offer it in Spanish.
Wonderful.
And since, pictures are a universal language and they work, it was
Right.
just a natural to go ahead and create it in Spanish so that more
That's
families
wonderful.
could enjoy it. And it turns out it's being used for opportunities for missionary trips and things like that, where they'll take books down to children that,
Right.
want to learn more about God.
So tell me, you have to love when you introduce a book like this, or when you're reading it to children, when you show the picture and you flip it over, do you love their faces?
I do.
I
know.
I think that would just be
Yes,
the best.
it is.
Yeah.
It's like I see their face, and that's the face I had when I flipped over my
Yeah.
sketch and I saw something there. So I find it very, very exciting, very exhilarating. And what's also fun is when you see a child show the book to someone else and they flip it over, because now they're the ones that get to have
Right.
that excitement
Oh, to have
of
that,
showing
yes,
it to somebody
yes.
else.
So it kind of trickles down there.
It does.
I love that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you do, and as well as Christmas, you have another title. And what is
Yes, and that is The Other Side of Easter.
Okay.
And this one came along 4 years after the Christmas book. And it flips over. This one's a little harder to see.
Oh, yes.
A lot of children will continue to see an upside down bunny. And I
Okay.
say, just look at the nose, and then that'll travel you down. And the nose becomes the face of Jesus.
That is wonderful.
Thank you.
So, as most people know, in the tri-state area, we have an amazing event in the early parts of December, and it's the Lebanon Horse Carriage Parade, and it has become almost a nationally known event. It's a beautiful, wonderful event that we have. This year, it's going to be held on Saturday, December the 4th, and Miss Beth, you get to be a part of that, correct?
I do. I'm so excited. There is a gazebo at the corner of Main Street and Broadway that's on the property of the Golden Lamb. And
Okay.
I am going to be there from 12 to 1 and 6 to 7. And that is 1 hour before each of the 2 parades. So I will be there reading books, signing books, talking with the children, telling my story if they want to know, how my first one happened by accident, and, any other, things that they want to learn or know about.
Okay.
And the books will be available at the Golden Lamb gift shop.
Okay.
And a rep may bring a stack of books up so that they can sell them right there, so that they don't have to go
Yes.
back and forth
Okay.
to the shop. So
Okay, so if they forget, and they can buy it, buy one,
Exactly.
and you
Right.
will you sign books for the kids?
Exactly.
Okay,
Yes.
yep.
And so if someone has a book and you haven't gotten it signed yet,
Okay.
bring it down then, and then I can sign it for you. And it's a great gift to give
Yes.
children, even teenagers like it. I've learned that architects like it.
Really?
So I think
Yeah.
it just hits all ages, because the artwork is just so unusual and fun.
It
so,
is.
Yeah.
It is. That
Thank
is.
you.
Yeah. And that's so great that you get to be part of such a big event. Are you excited?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is my fourth or fifth year doing that.
Okay,
So
well,
I'm just
yeah.
honored that they give me the opportunity to be in such a nice, high-profile location.
Right, right.
For that.
So that's right by the Golden Lamb, correct?
Right by
Where
the
they have
Golden
the
Lamb.
beautiful lights and they're yeah, okay. Oh,
Yes.
that's wonderful. Okay. Yeah, I know. My son was gifted your book. I'm pretty sure it was by his preschool teacher, I believe.
Oh.
And we have read it every year, and we love to do that.
Oh, thank
so,
you.
and I love the fact that it has the meanings there. It's wonderful. So you have another local event, though, after the horse parade. Is
I
that
do.
correct? Okay.
Yes. So I'm going to be at Carly's Cookies. It's a new shop down on, I believe it's Mechanic Street.
Mechanic
and
Street,
on
okay.
Thursday, December 16th Amy Brewer. I think at that time she might be our retired mayor.
Right.
But she will be reading the book for the children, and we'll have free candy canes and bookmarks, and I'm sure there'll be specials, and they have awesome cookies and coffees and things like that. So it'll be a nice afternoon out, and the moms can go shopping afterwards if they like.
Yeah, there you go. That's awesome. So if someone was interested, or they forget a date, or they want to know, okay, what's Beth doing in January, or what is there somewhere that they can go to kind of check you out?
Absolutely. Go to bethgully.com, and that has all my information. It shows all my other events that are going on. And if they want to book me for an event, they can just reach out. There's an email address on the website, and that'll get them to me.
Well, that's wonderful. Yes. All right. Well, on behalf of the library, we're honored to have you, and I'm so glad I got to interview you.
Thank you.
So thank you again for coming on our show. And just to reiterate, Miss Beth will be at the gazebo right beside the Golden Lamb on the corner of, you said, what was it, Broadway and? Main, that's correct. Saturday, December 4th, and she will be reading and signing her books from, remind me, 12 to 1.
And 6 to 7.
So it's before the parade.
Before each parade.
Right. Okay. Yes. And then also on Thursday, December 16th, she will be at Carly's Cookies. And what time was that again?
1:30.
1:30.
Yes.
Okay. She'll be there 1:30. And if you need to look up anything else, you can go to bethgully.com. So thanks again.
Thank you so much.
Up next, I will be talking with our library director about the Kiwanis Club.
You can say with me, imagine what you'd see if every child had a book to read.
So the mission is for us to get a book to each and every child.
So let's join hands, book people unite, unearth hidden passion. Come on, we'll have a good time.
One book can be the first thing that helps to change a life. People unite.
Read to a child today and spark a lifetime of ambition.
I was 0.5 credits away from completing high school, and I didn't do it. My support team never stopped pushing for me to be better because they knew who I could become as a person. I've been given an opportunity, and I'm just thankful for it.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Welcome back to the Library Show. We are being joined by our director, Miss Julie McClellan. Hello, Julie.
Hi, how are you today?
Good, good.
Great, glad to be here.
As our viewers know, we have been highlighting certain civic clubs that are our staff members and that belong to. And Miss Julie here is a member of the Lebanon Kiwanis Club, correct?
I am.
Okay. Would you care to tell us a little bit about how that came about, or why you decided to join the Kiwanis Club?
Yeah, I was recruited by Rainey Neighbor, my former boss. By that time, I was working at the law library, and he said, you need to join Kiwanis. And I was happy to do it because I remember when I was a little kid, I was in 4-H, and I was invited to give a speech in front of the Kiwanis Club at the Ralph Hotel in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. And there were all these business people out there, and little 10-year-old Julie got up there and gave a talk, and they were so nice, and I just remembered that from way back then.
That kind of cemented in there. Yeah. So how long have you been a member?
I joined in 2002.
Okay.
Yeah, right. So close to 20 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
So even with myself, I'm kind of, I guess you could say, kind of ignorant on what do they do? What is the Kiwanis Club?
Well, Kiwanis Club, it's an international organization, and it's been around since, I'm going to look at my notes, it's been around since 1915 in Detroit. And when you get inaugurated into the club or installed into the club, they say it started in a smoky old room in a top of an Elks Club in Detroit, Michigan, and that's pretty much true.
Yeah.
It started out as kind of a networking thing for business people, and by 1919 it had kind of morphed more into a civic organization with a focus on children, and that remains to be the focus today. They do all kinds of things, international projects where they help to wipe out infant tetanus, which is sort of a, big deal in some undeveloped countries, and it's just a really good organization. Kiwanis International also has, in addition to clubs for adults like our club, there are key clubs in high schools. There's, I think it's Circle K in colleges, builders clubs in junior highs and middle school. We do have a key club here at the Lebanon school. So,
do we?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really neat. Okay. So let's see. So you just told us about the history then. So how does the club raise money for various projects?
Well, we do it in a couple of different ways. During our meetings, we have a happy dollar opportunity where you can put $1 in the hat and say, what you're happy for that day.
Oh, that's neat.
And all of that money goes to the food pantry. So quarterly, we send them a check for about $250, $300. And so that's just a really easy way to make sure that you're taking care of the local food pantry. We also have a split the pot, which is kind of a fun thing. You have an opportunity to get a chance at winning the pot if you not only get the right number but the right card out of the deck. Then you get the entire pot of money that's been building up. One time we got all the way to the 51st card. Isn't that right? How many cards there are in a deck of cards? Anyway, and then if you win, you get half the money and you elect the charity that the other half of the money goes to.
I like that.
So those are just fun little ways. But our big fundraisers would be like our the pancake breakfast we recently had.
Yes, okay.
That usually
Very
makes
popular.
$7,000-8,000, which is great. And I'd say that's the biggest one. We also kind of have a passive fundraising. When I was president back in like 2005, several of the members had suggested we start a foundation. We started it with about $113,000 that was donated by different members and different community folks, and now we're up at over $250,000, and we can use the proceeds from that to also fund some of our philanthropies.
Wow. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So is it like a citywide thing? Like Lebanon has a Kiwanis, and then maybe Mason would have, like there's different local chapters, is that right?
That's
and then
right.
It's okay.
We're kind of in a district in Southwest Ohio, not including Cincinnati. Other clubs would be like Lindenwood and Hamilton.
Okay, I see.
There's a Middletown club, Mason club.
Okay.
There's quite a few clubs. And then there's the statewide organization, and then it all feeds into the big national. Right.
How do you go about becoming a sponsor if you're interested in that?
Well, if you want to become a Kiwanian, come check us out.
Kiwanian? I like
yes,
that.
Yes, a Kiwanian.
like
it means
Kiwanian.
we build. And or we communicate, depending on who you talk to.
Okay.
Anyway, we meet at noon on Tuesdays at the Golden Lamb.
Okay.
And if you're interested in coming, give me a call at the library, 932-BOOK.
Okay.
And I can tell you a little bit more about it, but we'd love for folks to come and check us out. Time-wise, there's not a huge time commitment. We really don't do festivals and things like that. Right. But we are looking for people who want to serve and help children, because there's so many opportunities, and that's what we really try to point out, all the opportunities to serve and make that available to our members.
That's great too. I think that a lot of people will, look and they don't know where to start or where to look if they want to serve or volunteer, and I think that's great. So there's a wonderful opportunity to be a Kiwanian.
We're not connected with any churches, but we do sometimes contribute to philanthropic organizations that help children that are connected to churches, such as Interfaith Hospitality, whatever their new name is. Some of the other things that we do every year, we give scholarships, merit awards to local students, and it just has to be a high school senior who is going on to some kind of postgraduate education, whether it's trade school or college, and they just have to live in Lebanon. And I think last year we gave out $7,000.
Wow.
So that was
That's
great.
Wonderful. Yeah.
And we also do, like during the holiday time, at our last board meeting, we just voted money for Shop with a Cop. Lebanon Christmas for Tots was last month. we're doing the Warren County Children's Services, sponsoring a child. I made notes because there's so many. The Lebanon Giving Tree, City of Lebanon.
That's wonderful. Yes.
We do food baskets for the needy. This year we added Sleep in Heavenly Peace as a organization. That'd be a good story to tell on
absolutely.
our program. The backpack program coming up Thanksgiving is the big turkey dinner that St. Francis does. We donated to that.
That's
so
wonderful.
Yeah, so we can really make a big impact.
You can make a difference.
Yeah, it's
absolutely.
nice.
I love that. Well, is there anything else you'd like our viewers to know about?
Well, I want people to know, a lot of times people say, oh, you're a librarian and a Kiwanian. You're a really exciting person. But we have so much fun in Kiwanis doing good. Yeah. You meet wonderful people. Beth Gully, who was just on your show, she's in the club with me.
There you go.
And you meet wonderful people and develop great friendships. And so I want to say that we have fun doing good, which is really great. The other thing is, if you look at the Kiwanis website and you see some of the old T-shirts and hats they have, it says, Kiwanis is my superpower. And you might think that sounds really silly, but for me, I can make things happen that I can't make happen just by myself.
Just by yourself, yes.
So, for example, I'm very excited about a challenge that our Kiwanis will be making to other service clubs like the Optimists and the Rotaries and the Lions. You'll probably know about the Warren County Imagination Library. Oh, yeah. Yes, they are working hard at the Warren County Foundation to build an endowment for that. And so our club is going to put together a packet of money. That's all I can say. We're going to have a fundraiser. We'll make a donation from our club, and then also challenge some of the businesses that have Kiwanians to donate. And we'll see what kind of a nice big donation we can put together, and then challenge the other clubs in our town, the other civic organizations, to do the same, and see if we can't really make a meaningful donation to the foundation for that.
That's really great. Right.
Yeah, so it's a superpower.
I know, and you know what? I love your enthusiasm about it.
Oh,
I think that's gonna,
It's a lot of fun, and we just, I don't know, really enjoy it.
Well, do you know what? If it sounds interesting to you, is there a website that they could go also and look at it? I did not write that down.
You can check us out on Facebook. Okay. We really don't have much of a website, but you can check us out on Facebook, or Lebanon Kiwanis, and make sure you see a picture of the Golden Lamb on the page, or else you're in a different Lebanon.
You're in
Kiwanis.
a different Lebanon Kiwanis, and there's quite a few different Lebanons that I found out.
That's right.
Yes,
that's right. You can check us out there, or call me at the library.
Yep. And that's 932-BOOK or 2665. So, okay. Well,
Great.
thank you for talking about the Kiwanis Club with us today.
I'm proud to do it. Thanks so much.
All right. Join us up next. Miss Connie will be here with a holiday-themed story time.
Some things in your medicine cabinet are more dangerous than others. When it comes to prescription drugs, opioid pain medicines can be addictive and even deadly. Half the people who misuse prescription pain medicines get them from a friend or family member. Be part of the solution. Go through your medicine cabinets, drawers, anywhere you keep unused opioid pills, patches, or syrups. Find out how to dispose of them safely. Visit fda.gov/drug disposal.
There's a lot of fear in coming back to school. I'm a 40-year-old man that walked in there to get his high school diploma. It was very hard for me, but one of the teachers was Miss Araceli. She gave me direction. Every single time I had a question, she'll put down whatever she's doing and she'll sit there with you until you get it. 50% of getting your high school diploma is walking through those doors. The other 50% is doing the work.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Hello everyone, I'm Miss Connie from the Lebanon Public Library. Thanks you for joining me. Are you ready to help me wake the book bunny up so that we can hear a story? All right, say those words with me. Here we go. Book bunny, it's time for story time to begin. Hello, book bunny. Can you give our friends a wave? Can you all wave back to the book bunny? He's really glad that you're joining us for a story. Well, let's set the book bunny aside and then let's see what's inside the mystery box. You can sing the song with me. Here we go. Mystery box, what's inside the mystery box? Mystery box, what's inside the mystery box? Are you ready for a clue? All right, let's look inside the mystery box to get a clue about our story today. We'll lift the lid off, and here's what it says. Inside the mystery box is a funny bird. Its head goes wobble, wobble. It only knows just one word, and that is gobble, gobble, gobble. Can you think of a bird that says gobble, gobble, gobble? Well, let's see if this is what you came up with. Did you think it could be a turkey? That's correct. We are seeing lots of turkey and pumpkin and fall decorations out, and that's because we are going to be celebrating a holiday called Thanksgiving. So today we're going to hear a story called Thanks for Thanksgiving. While I'm reading this, you will be able to hear many, many rhyming words. There's our title page. Thanks for Thanksgiving, for turkey and pie. Thank you for fall and gold leaves floating by. Thank you for school. I love to feel smart. Thank you for music, for dancing and art. Thank you for play dates, for swings and for slides. Thank you for hopscotch and piggyback rides. Thanks for sweet puppies and soft furry cats. Thank you for dress up, red shoes and big hats. Thanks for umbrellas, for rain boots and puddles. Thank you for mommy and warm, cozy cuddles. Thank you for daddy and rides on a sled. Thank you for kisses and tucks into bed. Thanks for the moon and the stars up above. But most of all, thanks for the family I love. Thank you for joining me. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I'm thankful for you. Bye-bye.
Thank you for joining us today on The Library Show. If you have any question about today's broadcast, you can look on LebanonLibrary.org for any upcoming events or schedules, or you could call 932-2665, and that's 932-BOOK. Just to let you know, we are open on irregular hours now, so definitely come and see us in the new year. Thanks for watching and have a great day.